As the debate over immigration rages in Washington, NewsNation has learned President Biden is facing backlash for not visiting the border during his trip to Arizona today. The president will stop at a new chip plant that's under construction in Phoenix, about a 3-hour drive from the U.S.-Mexico border. Allie Bradley is live in Phoenix with reaction to that. Good morning, Allie.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Mitch. We are live outside of the semiconductor plant here in Phoenix that the president is set to stop at. This is a Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company's microchip plant. And a new announcement just coming in here this morning. The president will announce that TSMC's plans to build a second chip plant here in Arizona, which would actually up their investment here in the state of Arizona to $40 billion. So that is what we're looking at here. But he's also expected to talk about the supply chain crisis. However, there's law enforcement officials along the southern border that believe that the president needs to be addressing the border crisis instead. In Yuma County, is Sheriff there, Leon Wilmot, saying that they're still dealing with a massive influx, seeing 900 to 950 migrant encounters each and every day in a county of only about 200,000 people. He says the administration practices a pattern of intellectual avoidance in regards to what's really going on the border. And he says, while he's disappointed that the president won't be visiting any border communities, he says he's not surprised.
Commander-in-Chief solely responsible for this. I mean, he's the one that says yay or nay. And shame on him for not wanting to engage with the local communities to do what's right.
White House press secretary yesterday saying that the focus is on the manufacturing plant and that they're relying on Congress to pass immigration reform, as you heard Tom Dempsey talk about there. So last week, the press secretary, though, saying that the president has been to the border and says since he took office, the president has been taking action to fix the immigration system and secure our border. But in fact, President Biden has not visited the border even once in his political career. The closest that he's gotten was actually driving through the El Paso, Texas area on the campaign trail in 2008. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas maintaining that the border is secure, despite what you're looking at here, a record number of people evading law enforcement and a record number of encounters. And right now, the administration, as well as law enforcement along the southern border, are bracing for the end of Title 42, that health code that allowed for Border Patrol to expeditiously remove people from the U.S. after they crossed illegally. So that is set to expire December 21st, Mitch, so something we're certainly keeping an eye on. But the president, again, will be here in Phoenix this afternoon.
And the clock is ticking, Allie. Thank you for that report.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.